important that we approach this topic of goal setting with a bit of theory to help us understand how we can still use goal setting in a positive way, but to meet the needs of the vulnerable young people that we're working with. You might ask them what their goal is, and they might not know. They might never have thought about it before. They might not think they're worthy of having a goal, or they might tell you a goal just to get you off their case. Hi, I'm Liz, CEO and founder of Worth It. Worth It is a social enterprise that specialises in the early intervention and prevention of mental health problems in young people. We do that through integrating positive psychology and coaching psychology so you can learn a range of strategies that are going to help the young people that you work with and support. One of the major concepts from positive psychology coaching is that of goal setting. And goal setting is really important part of coaching in general. And some people from the field of coaching think without goals it isn't even coaching at all. However, when we're working with vulnerable young people, we need some nuance understanding the role of goal setting in our coaching interventions. It's not quite so simple as asking a young person what their goal is and helping them move towards it, especially when young people have experienced complex trauma or come from a range of really challenging circumstances. A young person that you might work with, you might ask them what their goal is, and they might not know. They might never have thought about it before. They might not think they're worthy of having a goal, or they might tell you a goal just to get you off their case. So it's really important that we approach this topic of goal setting with a bit of theory to help us understand how we can still use goal setting in a positive way, but to meet the needs of the vulnerable young people that we're working with. In this video, we're going to be combining 3 different theories from coaching psychology: solution-focused, trauma-informed goal setting, and hope theory. The purpose of using goal setting with young people and families isn't to get them to identify the problem and focus on fixing the problem. It's actually to help them use a solution-focused approach to identify a range of different opportunities and actions they could take to help them move forward. Firstly, to understand how solution-focused coaching works, let's break it down into the 3 principles of a solution-focused approach. First is goal orientation. A solution-focused approach focuses on supporting people to identify and work towards achievable goals. It's about moving forward towards what is working and doing more of that, and helping people through that goal orientation identify what they want and what is working so they can do more of it. Goals tend to be focused in 2 different categories: away from or towards. So we can help people identify the goals that are away from something so they never want to experience that thing again, or towards something, towards a positive future outcome or a desired state that they're working to achieve. The second is resource activation, helping people identify the resources that they have so they can use those resources more. That means internal resources, the things they feel or think or do inside of themselves, and resources that they can access in the community, in the support networks around them. Quite often people, when they have a problem focus, tend to not see or realise that they have resources available to them because they just haven't got their brains switched on to notice those resources available. The third is problem disengagement, stepping away from the problem and focusing on the solution. Trauma-informed goal setting tends to do is focus much more on the present moment and goals that are achievable that aren't too future focused. Working with young people and asking them to think too far ahead in the future can actually trigger a fight or flight response as they think that they're never going to get there, or thinking too far ahead can make them think of disappointments when they've had hopes dashed before or people have let them down. So we tend to use trauma-informed goal setting on things that are very present focused and goals that they can have a lot of autonomy over. Trauma-informed goal setting revolves around collaboration. That's why coaching conversations are so useful. The goals are created with the family or the young person to help them feel that they've contributed to the development of their own goals. This usually means focusing on 3 areas of goals for young people that have experienced trauma. Those are arousal regulation goals, adaptation goals, and relationship goals. Arousal regulation goals help young people manage and regulate emotions and stress. Goals in this area can include use my calming strategies or express how I feel in a healthy way. All of these can help build emotional well-being. Relationship goals are really important because having healthy relationships is not only essential for areas of flourishing, it's also really an important way of healing from trauma. Goals can include spend more time with my friends or reach out to my support network when I need help, are all really important areas for developing relationship goals. Adaptation goals tend to focus around different ways of adapting your behaviour to maintain the changes that you want to make. Adaptation goals can include setting a goal for yourself to do something that you really want to do or use a new skill. Another core theory of goal setting that we need to consider is that of Schneider's hope theory. Hope theory is about helping people find the willpower and the way power to keep moving forward towards their goals, even when they are faced with setbacks and obstacles. We do that through enlisting our pathway thinking and our agency thinking. Pathway thinking is about adapting and changing our plans along the way, even if we have to use different resources or we have to overcome obstacles to keep moving forward towards our goals. Higher hope individuals find it easier to navigate the pathways towards their goals. They can predict the obstacles that they're going to face and find pathways around those different obstacles to keep moving forward. I tend to call this goal-striving behaviour. So once we've helped people identify what their goals are through a trauma-informed approach, and we've used the solution-focused approach of moving away from problem identification and finding solutions and ways forward, hope theory really helps keep them motivated and keeps them moving forward towards those goals. If you're interested in anything I've covered in today's video, then you'll love my free Introduction to Coaching Young People course. You can sign up for that by looking in the box below. If you want to learn how to become a coach, then apply now for my Worth It Coach Training course. I'll see you again soon.